Hello, everyone. I heard a fellow YouTuber talking about the cost of weekly brunch and how it's getting more and more expensive to meet up with friends. Frankly, I didn't watch the whole video. I should have, but I didn't. So I'm not sure what her final message was, but that part about it's getting more and more expensive to meet up with friends is what inspired today's video. Today, I wanted to ask you, have you ever noticed how money has a sneaky way of making people feel uncomfortable, especially when it comes to retirement? No matter how old we get, how successful we've been, how many life lessons we've had, money still carries that emotion. And it's not just about the dollars and cents. It's about security. It's about status. It's about self-worth. And when it comes to retirement, it really shifts the balance because when one person seems to have more or less than another, that can make things really uncomfortable. Let me tell you this story. It's about a neighbor. And some of you guys have valuable insights about neighbors, like neighbors aren't your friends. The best thing to do with neighbors is to say hi and bye, and then, of course, help out if you can. Yeah, I think that's really good advice. But I digress, and let me get back to my story. We were new to the neighborhood. It's the same house and neighborhood I mentioned in this video. I retired. Now everybody hates me. So I get a knock on the door, and I see my neighbor from across the street. I'm happy to see her, and I open the door. She's there to sell me some raffle tickets from her kid's school. Okay, I don't usually buy raffle tickets, but I succumb to the new neighbor pressure and I buy a couple of tickets. She thanks me and makes some small talk, and then she asks me where my kids go to school. I tell her, and she responds with, and I quote, "Oh, that's okay." I didn't know what the heck she meant. And then I started wondering if she said, "That's okay," because my kids were in public school and hers were in Catholic school. Anyways, I got the vibe that she thought that they were better because they paid tuition for their kids' education. Hence, that sneaky way money makes people uncomfortable. As an aside, I was raised Catholic, and this might offend some of you Catholics, but I'd never put my kids in Catholic school. Okay, let me get back to the point. This story was pre-retirement, but you can plug in just about anything someone could ask you about your retirement plans or decisions. Let's say someone asked you, where did you guys buy your retirement bungalow or your retirement home? You answer, and then they say something like, oh, that's okay. You're only a few blocks from the beach. And you're thinking, are they happy for me or insulting me? So this is where this whole money business can go several ways. If your financial situation is better, let's say maybe you save diligently, you have a pension, you downsize smartly, you move someplace affordable, you've done all the right things. Maybe you're self-employed and that business just keeps giving you money. Your friends might feel a sting of envy that they don't want to admit. They'll smile and say they're happy for you, but something subtle changes. They might pull back. They might joke about your easy life. Oh, yeah, that's easy for you. That's easy for you to do. Maybe you've heard something like that from people. Let me know in the comments. Okay, but they say these things in a way that doesn't feel quite like a compliment. Deep down, it's not really jealousy of you. It's actually something that they are feeling. It's grief is kind of a strong word, but it's an unease that they are feeling for what they didn't do, okay, or wish they could change. Maybe they're wishing they could still change. Okay, so it's not really about you. Then on the other hand, if you're not as financially set, and I'll just say that most people in America aren't financially set, you might feel embarrassed. You might avoid conversations about travel, housing, or money altogether because you don't want the judgment. You just feel uncomfortable about it because we hear so much about how much you're supposed to save, and it can be really awkward. You start making excuses, maybe. You might say something like, oh, we're going to stay local this year. If somebody asks you where you're going to go for vacation, or yeah, we're keeping things simple. And even though you might mean it, there's kind of a part of us that might, wish we didn't have to say it all. It still makes us feel uncomfortable. There's always that pressure. So either way, money becomes a silent wall between us. And nobody talks about this, but everybody feels it. With that said, we need to give ourselves permission to move forward and find our place, find our path, the place where we belong, regardless of our financial situation, a place with others of common interest, not just a common past that is no longer serving us, not staying in a place and behaving the same way that we've always done. And yeah, let's be real. We're all going to have a different financial picture. And it's better to find where we belong than to try to live up to the Joneses. Retirement is different for everyone. And it's all good. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's retirement. Let me know in the comments if you think that money has that sneaky little way of making people feel uncomfortable. And if you've had any backhanded compliments that you think may have been related to money, please let me know in the comments. And please let me know how you've handled them. Am I being overly sensitive here? Am I just reading into something that really isn't there when my neighbor asks me, where do your kids go to school? I tell her and she says, that's okay. Let me know what you guys think about that. To wrap up, I want to ask you guys to take a look around my channel. I make content on topics including Social Security, just-in-time retirement, part-time jobs, health, moving, and it's all retirement related. And if you like my short videos, please check me out on Instagram. Please give this video a like and subscribe for more outside the box with retirement content. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and trust your retirement journey. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Marlene, and I'll see you next time.